afternoon or good morning, I should say. It's only 10 a.m. God, I've done quite a bit of this. All right, this is the December air sign Tarotscopes video. So it's quick and dirty, meaning I am going to throw all the cards out at once and just kind of give you an overview and tell you sort of how I see it for your sign. If you are an air sign, we are going to kick off with Aquarius because we're at the tail end of the zodiac as we finish out the year. We will then lead into the next air sign, which is Gemini, and then Libra as we work our way around the zodiac. So that's the order that we're going to go in. These are broad spectrum readings for those, it's okay too. It doesn't mean that you're anything's wrong or broken. You might be working on something different. So just keep that in mind. What else? Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel on YouTube if you'd like. And check out my daily videos on YouTube. I have a daily collective reading that goes up every morning. That's always available to you. And this is just for a broad overview for the energy of the signs and what you might experience. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Aquarius, you may want to watch this. Or if you have heavily placed planets in the sign of Aquarius. And like I said, after Aquarius will be Gemini and then Libra. So let's see what's up with the Aquarians. Center is Ace of Cups. I like that as your center, guys. We have Temperance in the foundation. Get it, Aquarius. Look at you not acting like a serial killer. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. You have the Tower in your higher self. Wow, talk about a complete contrast there. And then for the outside influences, we have your energy, guys. The Star, which I love. That's one of my favorite cards of the deck. Oh my God. Aquarius, what are you doing to yourself? You're all over the board this month. I like that the Ace of Cups is in the center. Right? So ultimately, I think this is going to be a good month for you. There's something brewing, though. I don't like that Tower up in the spirit space. Something needs to be rearranged, and I feel like you know it. Well, I won't say that you know it, but I feel like through seeking one's own balance in the past, we've gotten to a place where we feel good, right? We feel like in this going into December, we should be feeling good, feeling right, feeling connected. But something to me feels like that Temperance card called into play the Tower that's up in the spirit space. Tower often indicates upheaval, things that need to be rearranged because we're unwilling to do it for ourselves. It's inevitable, but it's always for our best, right? And from that Tower energy comes the Star, which is the following card of the major arcana. This to me feels like a significant month for the Aquarians, only because you've got 3 major arcana cards around you and you're leading with an Ace of Cups. So that's your center. So you should feel like connected, inspired, new opportunities, new emotions, like a turning over, so to speak. I feel like with Temperance in the past, it means like you've been working towards getting yourself to this better feeling place that you're in right now. But I kind of feel like something's brewing underneath the surface with that Tower card that maybe you might even not be consciously aware of. Ultimately, I get a feeling that it's like, how do I want to put this? It almost feels like somewhere we asked through Temperance, right? Through this seeking of balance and peace and solitude, we asked to have ourselves uprooted or situations in our life uprooted. But we have yet to realize that those situations need to be uprooted. I feel like that Tower is at work in the background or in the subconscious of our mind or our spirit that is sort of getting ready to be rearranged. So don't be surprised if we begin to see small upheavals through that 5 of Pentacles. That's like the setback card. That's the being left out in the cold card. That's feeling like sort of maybe a little bit unstable or the beginnings of change starting to happen. But that's change on a smaller level than the Tower. But I feel like I said, the Tower is on its way to you. It's not here just yet. The Star to me is Aquarian energy, right? And so to me, that's a very gentle, subtle, beautiful energy to bring with you through the month of December. It aligns quite nicely with that temperance card that's in the foundation. So I feel like that temperance that you seek, or that solitude and balance that you are seeking, that solitude or balance that you are speaking, as Sven would say, seeking earlier on in the past, has now begun to arrive through this star card, right? So I feel like things are going to start to feel, how do I want to say this? Things are in alignment this month for you with the star card and the Ace of Cups in the center and temperance as your foundation. But watch the subtle changes. They're not going to be huge setbacks, but those Five of Pentacles, that feels like the harbinger, or the, like somebody's knocking at the door for this Tower moment that's about to come. Like, I'm going to say this is a warning for you, Aquarius, that there's big changes coming in early 2022. They are changes for your betterment, but they may not feel like it when we're in it. Oh shoot, hold on. Uh-oh. Be right back, guys. Guys, don't bark, please. God. Sorry, guys. Oh, Jesus. If anybody's even still watching at this point. Okay. So where was I? So expect, Aquarius, expect a few like beginning setbacks. They're not going to be heartbreaking or awful, but you'll start to notice them, is the feeling that I'm getting from this Five of Pentacles. It's like, oh, that's odd. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. It's kind of got that feeling to it. But I feel like they're precursors or harbingers in this much bigger event that may happen in the early part of 2022. Now, I don't want to be predicting anything awful for Aquarius, so you don't have to like live by my predictions. But if you find major shifts or changes happening in early 2022, do not be surprised. Also, understand that even if the shifts and changes are uncomfortable, they're part of a bigger plan that you set into motion through that Temperance card, through that seeking of peace, through that seeking of like wanting things to be more balanced and at ease a long time ago. And you've set, in wanting that, you've made strides towards that. That's why you've reached this Ace of Cups. But there's other layers deeper down, I feel like, in that Tower card that say to me, things, further adjustments need to be made, okay? If that makes sense. So here's the outcome card for the end of the month, which is your home element of air. I do enjoy that, and it is the Six of Swords, which means moving to calmer waters. So any of these setbacks that you're experiencing through the Five of Pentacles, they could be financial, maybe job, maybe reducing of hours, or I don't know. I just get like, to me, the Five of Pentacles feels more irksome than anything this month. It feels like a series of irksome events that are kind of bothering you, and you kind of shift towards them and then back into the energy of the Star, or back into that energy of like sort of the Ace of Cups, where you're like, everything's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But something underneath the surface is brewing, Aquarius. The Six of Swords means you're going to end out the month nicely, moving into 2022. I hate to say this, but I almost feel like unsuspecting. You like don't know what's coming. And I don't want to say that because I don't like to make predictions or scare anybody. And it's not a scary thing. The Tower to me is always sort of us doing for ourselves what we could not, like God doing for us what we're unwilling to do for ourselves. Does that make sense? So keep that in mind as you move forward. Be prepared for bigger changes to come. And know that those changes are coming from within or from some part of you at your higher level that knows that these shifts need to take place so that you can have more of this continued focus on peace and this movement towards your own like peace and well-being. Does that make sense? So I hope you understand that, Aquarius. I hope it doesn't freak you out. It's not meant to. It's not intended to. It just feels like there's some big shifts or changes. Sorry for that long pause in the middle of the reading, but it's rare that somebody comes to the door, so I have to speak with them. All right. So the next one is Gemini. Let me shuffle for Gemini. Yeah, totally, Vicky. Somebody's at the door. I wish it was goodies. I wish. He's this cute little guy that wants to put up a fence for me in the backyard. And I'm like, you can put up whatever you want. With that face. Gemini has in store for them. He came by to talk about when he can start the job. And I was like, okay. So let's see what Gemini needs to know. Sun, Moon, and Rising for December 2021. So for Gemini, we have Seven of Pentacles as your center. Not a bad center, Gemini. As your foundation, we have the Judgment card. Scorpio energy. As your higher self, we have the Six of Swords. So I'm not mad at that either. As the outside influences, we have the Four of Wands. And we have the Knight of Cups. So to me, this feels like right out of the gate a very mellow month for Gemini. It feels like a month of just kind of keeping things like business as usual. It doesn't feel super positive. It doesn't feel super negative. It just feels kind of, oh, actually, I would say it feels quite nice. But it feels to me like Gemini needs to sort of concentrate on what's right in front of them rather than the bigger picture, right? That's that Seven of Pentacles energy. The Six of Swords energy, also in the higher self, is that, like I said, that movement to calmer waters, that movement to easier thinking, that ease up on your brain, right? And the swiftness with which you think, right? It's this opportunity to kind of hopefully relax a little bit. Judgment to me in the foundation is major arcana, right? It's sort of the answering of the call. It is a little bit more of a spiritual calling. Some maybe some large or great experience, situation, opportunity that came to you that maybe rocked your world a little bit or shifted things for you, made you see the bigger picture in some way, has brought you to this place where now you can kind of relax a little bit, is what I feel like this month is about for you. It's almost like a opportunity to kind of rejuvenate, rest. Do what, like I said, do what's right in front of you. Understand that the things that you do now in the month of December with that Seven of Pentacles will help to bring about the abundance that you will like hopefully later attain from the sort of the rest in the work that you're doing now. Does that make sense? To me, this feels like mentally stable. It's about keeping one's mental health about you. The outside influences are very warm and welcoming. What that I like about this reading. The Four of Wands is a lovely card. It's usually sort of soulmatey. It's complementary to the air sign Gemini because it is fire, right? And it is that warmth. It's about being around those that we love, those that we are most connected to on a soul level, and celebrating those connections. On the opposite side, we have the Knight of Cups, which is a very romantic card and in service. So opportunities for self-care, for love, for taking care of one's self through that Seven of Pentacles and through the clear thinking of that Six of Swords. This feels like a very good month for you guys, or a very stable month. It doesn't, like, I don't feel like this is the most eventful month, even though we've got like, you know, Christmas and New Year's and all of that. I feel like my Geminis might go out with like a, instead of going out with a bang this year, you guys are going out with like more of like a hum or like a, I just feel like it feels like a period of rest or relaxation for you guys during the month of December. Okay. Now, one too many options. Not the ending I was expecting for this reading, to be honest. Let me just look at this for a minute. This could be a little bit of Gemini going back to their old ways of maybe overthinking things or worrying about things a little bit too much as you head into 2022. Let me see. Why is that there? I almost feel like too much is going to be presented to you at the end of the month and you're not sure which way to go, right? That would be the Seven of Cups, right? But I feel like throughout the month of December, the majority of the month, it's very clear which way to go. It's very clear to you to focus on what's right in front of you, and you enjoy that and you get like sort of benefited for that. Something comes up that challenges you by month's end and brings up all of this Seven of Cups energy. Remember, sevens are a transitional card to me, so it's not a permanent thing and it's not, you know, the worst case scenario by any means, but it is a little bit of it doesn't feel like it's in the vein of the rest of the month. Don't be surprised if there's some sort of small surprise at the end of December or going into 2022 where you're like, hey, wait, whoops, didn't see this coming. What am I supposed to do with this? That's sort of the vibe that I'm getting from this Seven of Cups. There could be a unexpected emotional shift or change that you don't see coming. And not like similar to what I was seeing in the previous reading, because the previous reading feels like that's coming in like 3 months. This feels like it's here by month's end, and you're like, oh, this is a surprise. I think that it's something that you can deal with, but you need to maintain your focus. Don't get too emotionally carried away at month's end, because I kind of want to say, like, you don't want to lose everything that you sort of built or acquired or worked on throughout the month of December. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So that is your Gemini reading, and let's see what's going on with Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Libra, let's see where you're at. Libra is the Four of Wands as your center. Not mad at that. Three of Pentacles. So there's a big focus on our relationships this month, I feel like. Six of Wands in the spirit space. The Eight of Cups. And the Devil. Atta girl, Libra. Bringing it out in the very end. All right, so Devil is Capricorn energy. The Eight of Cups is about walking away, emotional connections, and then disconnections for sure. Four of Wands, like I said in the previous reading, is a little bit of that like faded sort of appreciating those that we love and care dearest about, celebrating them. There's definitely that feeling of connection, the warmth of the Wands. I love that it's Wands because that is complementary to Libran energy. The Six of Wands is about being noticed, acknowledged from our own self, right? Acknowledging ourself from our higher self, appreciating ourselves on a deeper level, but also maybe appreciating others or being appreciated by others. I love that the Three of Pentacles is in the foundation. To me, this is about collaboration with others and the success of that. There's been some sort of a success or somewhere where you've come in, Libra, you've added your 2 cents in some way, shape, or form, and it's been appreciated, right? And because of that, it brings about the warmth of the Four of Wands, where you're able to appreciate others, feel connected this month, and feel appreciative of that, and celebrate that. And I feel like there's more of that coming with that Six of Wands in the soul space. But there's something going on where we need to depart, we need to leave, we need to detach from some either situation around us that's toxic. It's almost like something where we could potentially be addicted to. That could be the devil's energy. And it's going to take us to be like the bigger person or do the harder work, the harder emotional work, and maybe potentially have to walk away this month from a situation that we've maybe been involved in. And I think that we understand that it's no longer any good for us, no matter which way we look at it. It's like blatantly obvious with that Devil card there. I feel like the Devil card and the Eight of Cups are connected. I feel like we have to walk away. And some of the reason why we have to walk away is because of the warmth and the good things that I feel through the center of this reading, right? Where we see this Three of Pentacles, which is about like collaboration and a success through collaboration and appreciation. This is about loving those around us and them loving us. And this is about public notoriety or being seen and celebrated. So I feel like in this, we're starting to see that there's something around us that maybe we've stayed too long or overstayed our welcome, or we can no longer do. right? Without like sort of doing ourselves maybe some sort of harm. This situation or person, relationship, whatever it is, it's not working for us anymore, and we can't stay with it anymore. The 4, the 6, and the 3 won't allow it. They're just not in alignment to it anymore, if that makes sense. So that 8 of Cups to me says that it requires us to maybe be the bigger person, or we might find situations where we have to walk away from, say, arguments, fights. The devil wants us to get in those fights, by the way, right? The devil wants us to sink down to other people's levels, but we're not going to do it. No way, no day. There's too much going on for us, too much good going on for us this month, and too much sort of appreciation of ourselves and those that we love that should hopefully be able to protect us from this devil card, right? From this energy of like acting out on our worst behavior. We don't want that to happen. Does that make sense? And so keep mindful that this might be the month where we might be challenged in some way, but we need to be a little bit bigger than that. And then we have the 6 of Swords as the outcome card. Interesting to me. This is about moving on, also moving to calmer waters, making things sort of more at ease for yourself in your mind, in your heart, in your thoughts, in your communications, moving into 2022 in a more balanced, stable sort of way. So I think that in the end, whatever that devil card does represent for you, we are free of it, or at least we're moving away from it by the end of the month and towards something that's better for ourselves. So that's a good sign. I also like that you're ending on the on an air sign card. So you will be feeling back to normal. Not that you don't feel normal now, but if there is any repercussions from that devil and the 8 of Cups, you will be feeling back to normal and right again and headed in the right direction by the end of the month. All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. Please hit the thumbs up button on this video. Sorry for the long pause in the center. Please share the video out with any air signs you know. I may come back on tonight and do the water signs, or I might just wait until tomorrow. I can already feel that I'm a little bit tired from just doing these 3 videos. Even though I'm doing them really quickly, I can feel a little bit like rummy. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.